guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and this week at SpiegelMom Scraps, we are scrap lifting or doing a page inspired by Missy Whitten. And so just a second ago there, you saw the layout of hers that I am using for my inspiration, and I am changing it up just a little bit. So I pulled these two papers from Felicity Jane, as well as this border strip paper from Paige Evans. And so I have taken the two Felicity Jane papers and created a background. So I have that green in the very back, and then I have, it's a really like small diagonal stripe in pink. And then I'm going to go ahead and arrange all of these strips across the middle of the layout. And I'm just kind of seeing how those are going to look with the photo that I've chosen to work with. And then I went ahead and put them through my sewing machine, and each kind of row has its own type of stitching. And then I picked 3 little areas to add some black stitching. And then I'm going to take my photo, which is a little bit smaller than 4x4 size, and I've backed it with a piece of white cardstock. And then behind that I'm going to put 2 pieces of printer paper. So this is just the really thin copy paper that I am using as a mat. And so I know this is a little bit off screen, but I'm just tearing against the edge of my ruler to create kind of a ruffly edge with those 2 different layers. And that's a look that I do often, where I take printer paper and use it to create kind of a torn border, and it adds a lot of texture behind my photo. And so I know this photo is going to sit up on top of these little strips. So after I stitched them all, I went through and kind of pulled up and ruffled up the edges of all of those little border strips. And my photo is going to sit on top. So this is a photo from our recent trip to Chicago, and one of the things they have at Navy Pier is this rainbow ice cream. It is basically a little slice of 5 different types of ice cream all stacked up. And so of course my kids had to try this phenomenal ice cream. So it has like orange sorbet and pistachio and vanilla with cherry and strawberry and chocolate. And so we got a couple of these to try the day that we were out there. And so in Missy's layout, she does have some tags that go behind her photo. So I am layering up, and these are just some old Dear Lizzie tags that are going to go behind my photo. And then I just took some baker's twine and tied some bows up at the top. And then I'm also going through the ephemera for this Oh My Heart collection, and pulling out some florals that I can put on both sides of that photo, kind of tucked in behind. And this is also an element that Missy had in her layout that I'm kind of using as the inspiration. And she also had this title element up in that top left, so I am adding a couple of pieces of ephemera up there. And they just say, "You are so sweet and wonderful, you." And so that's going to be that element that goes up there on the top left. And then I'm going to go ahead and flip through the rest of the embellishments and things that I have from this collection and see what else I want to use. So I'm going to pull out the chipboard, and I really wanted to try and get this Eat Dessert first on this layout, and it's not actually going to make the cut because I didn't have any other metallic anywhere on this layout. It wasn't working for me. So I ended up, as much as I wanted to use it, I ended up not using that piece. I am going to pull some of the florals from the puffy sticker sheet and kind of put those on the top layer around the floral elements that are already surrounding my photo. So I'm going to take a second and just glue all of those together underneath that photo mat layer. And then I am going to take the puffy stickers and put them up on top. And so I did want to mention we are getting close to the end of July, which means a video a day for July is nearly over. I haven't missed a day yet, so I'm hoping I can make it through this week until the very end of the month so that you do get your video every day. And I will do a layout share at the end so you can see everything that I have created this month, but I am really pleased with the amount of layouts and Traveler's Notebook pages and kind of goals that I had set for myself that I was able to accomplish in July. And so I would love to hear something that you did this summer that you are proud that you accomplished. So if you leave that down in the comments below. So something you were able to accomplish, or somewhere you got to go, or something fun you got to do this summer that was kind of a highlight for you. And so being able to be quite so prolific was definitely something that I really enjoyed doing over the course of this summer. Alright, so I am just kind of adding all of those elements, making sure I have all of my embellishment pieces where I want them to go. And then I am going to do some title work down on the very bottom. So I'm going to grab some like rubber kind of alphabet stickers, and they are from Studio Calico, and those are going to end up going down to make up my title. And then I am also going to put these fussy cut hearts, and these are from a Paige Evans sheet of pattern paper. And I'm going to put some of them coordinating on the color of strips that they go with. And I did put those on pop dots so that they stand up off of the page a little bit. And then I took my pen and added some black detailing to go with the black stitching as well as the black title. And so I'm just going to call this Rainbow Treats because this was called a rainbow ice cream cone with all of those different layers. So Rainbow Treats is going to become the title, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull out my finishing touch, which is always my sequins from SpiegelMom Scraps. And I have 3 different collections I am playing with today. 2 of them are my absolute favorites right now. So Ferris Wheel is the one that you saw the light bluish turquoise ones come from. And then I am pulling some purplish pink, dark pink colored ones from Sweet Summer Vibes. And then I am also grabbing one of my other favorite collections, which is Black Tie Event, and pulling out the black sequins from that particular sequin mix. So that was one of my favorites because I do kind of use this pop of black on a lot of my layouts. That Black Tie Event is a perfect finishing touch sequins pack. So if you're looking for one that just adds a really neat, different finishing touch, I highly recommend Black Tie Event. And I am also loving Ferris Wheel right now. And so I am hoping that you have enjoyed this layout, seeing how I kind of interpreted one of Missy Whitten's layouts and tweaked it to be my own style. So as amazing as her layouts are, sometimes I don't want to do all of that work of mixed media, and so you can get the same look with just doing a little other work. So I will see you again soon. Bye!